If you grew up watching Star Wars, I'm sure you had what I would consider one of the greatest toys of all time. And the toy wasn't anything super fancy. It was just a cheap plastic lightsaber that made you feel like a Jedi or a Sith Lord. It was one of the greatest toys ever made, and that cheap plastic lightsaber, in my opinion, was better than the nice new versions of today. Star Wars toys almost didn't happen. When the movie hit in May 1977, Kenner had the toy license and nothing ready for Christmas, so they sold an empty box, a cardboard IOU called the Early Bird Certificate, and mailed the action figures out months later. Kenner rode that wave through the original trilogy. Then once Return of the Jedi wrapped up in the mid-80s, the line just stopped. Collectors called 1986 through 1994 the dark times. No new Star Wars toys, no new movies, nothing. Kenner had been swallowed up by Hasbro, and for almost a decade, lightsabers went quiet. Then in 1995, Hasbro brought it back. Just a hard wrist flick, and you felt like you could battle the Galactic Empire or Rebel Alliance if you fancy yourself a Sith Lord. A cheap telescopic lightsaber does one job. It's a prop for your imagination. Star Wars merchandise has sold north of $70 billion worth of goods, according to Forbes. The number includes everything: apparel, Lego, video games, but toys and lightsabers specifically are the backbone of it. And the reason that's even possible traces back to one contract decision in 1977. George Lucas kept the merchandising rights when he made the first film. The studio thought toys were a throwaway detail. Lucas didn't, and that single clause is arguably the most valuable line item in movie history. Now, fast forward to 2015, and we had The Force Awakens release, and toys stopped being just a kids category. A $200 electronic Kylo Ren lightsaber became the single most viewed item on toy review sites that fall, outselling everything else that was tracked. That same year, industry-wide Star Wars merchandise sales hit roughly $700 million in the US alone, and Hasbro's Boys Toy revenue jumped 35% in a single quarter off the back of it. Then in 2008, Hasbro made a quieter but smarter move. They created the Force Effects line, premium movie-accurate replicas aimed at adults instead of kids. With real detailing, lights, and sound design, they'd figured out something the toy industry took decades to admit. The person buying the lightsaber and the person playing with it were no longer the same person. The kids who grew up clicking open lightsabers in 1996 had become adults with nostalgia and disposable income, and Hasbro built an entire product line just for them. That's the whole business model in a sentence. It's you sell the $6 or however much those lightsabers were to a kid, and 30 years later, you sell the $300 version to the adult that kid became. Overall, the cheap telescoping lightsaber and the fancy one were never really competing. One was built to disappear into a kid's imagination, and the other was built to look incredible sitting still. The stuff that lasts isn't the stuff that does the most. It's the stuff that allows you to do something with it. When I see a cheap lightsaber at a garage sale, part of me feels so much joy, and I'm flooded with the memories of all the battles I'd had. And hopefully, watching this can make you remember some of the battles that maybe you had as well. Thanks for watching.